Hello, this is an overview of the Google Search Console dashboard that I created, and this is using the Google BigQuery exported data. So let's dive into what you can do with it. So first of all, you have a bunch of tabs that you can open and close, and the idea here is that you might want to compare two things at the same time without being distracted by the others. So you can look at the n-grams with this chart. You can open the data filters, and once you're done with it, close it, and at any point in time you can have one or two of the tabs open, or everything can be closed in a tidy way without being difficult to navigate. So let's take a look at the chart that we have here. First of all, this is editable. You can mouse over, you can zoom in, double click, zoom out. If you click here, you'll see that you can edit this. Okay, so here we have a line break, for example. I can remove it, and this is one line. I can add a subtitle. I can say mywebsite.com Google Search Console data, for example. These are also editable, and date, for example. Another thing you can do is you can draw a line. So if you want to see how much growth you had from this point to this point, you can do so. And as you move the line, it's computed for you automatically. So we grew by 476 impressions here. And if you want to look at the times when we did not grow, you can set it to any start and end point as you want. Okay, now, and you can once this is done, you can export it as an image, so you can share it. So let's see what we have here in terms of data filters. Of course, this is a normal date picker. Let's go back slightly longer in time to have more data and get from here to here. You can do this weekly if you want. Or monthly, and you can change the metric: clicks, CTR, average position. You also have query count if you want to see how many queries you have. Okay, so the drop in impressions came at the same time as the drop in the number of queries that we ranked for. So that's an interesting finding. We can try to dig deeper into this. We also see the URL count. That doesn't correspond to the same pattern. It dropped here. So there's a few questions that this raises for us. Okay, so let's look at the countries. So let me see what are my top countries here. And I can see that USA, Brazil, and India are my top countries. As you can see, we just get the data and come back here. So let's filter United States, Brazil, and India. And everything else, of course, applies. So we have this pattern. Let's go to daily to see in more detail. So we have the same drop here, but this is something we didn't see previously. This only happened in these three countries. We have 2 days where we have a spike in impressions. Okay, so one thing we can do is we can split the countries. Okay, so the previous chart was for all these three countries combined. Now we have a separate line for any of the countries, and you can see, okay, so this spike in those 2 days was only in the US. Brazil and India did not have any such spike. Okay, so we're learning a bit more. We can do the same thing here. We can filter by device. You can say only desktop or desktop and mobile. So this filters for only these two devices. And notice that the title here is dynamically updated. Okay, so let's split the devices and see if we get something. Okay, now this is a clearer picture. We had a spike in those 2 days in the US impressions on desktop only. None of that happened on mobile or the other two top countries. So we're learning a bit more. We're zooming in on what happened. I cheated a bit, so just so I don't waste your time. So I searched for this regular expression for URLs. Show me the URLs that include this pattern, robots. And we have the same finding here. We have those 2 days spike. And if we exclude those, boom, there's nothing here. There's no huge jump in the impressions. So the story here that we can say is that in the US, we had a sudden spike for 2 days in URLs that contain the word robots, and that was only on desktop. So we can now search more and probe more into the reports that we have and see what happened and why, and so on. You can do the same thing with queries, and you can combine them with URLs. So you can filter with queries that include or exclude a certain regular expression. And of course, this applies to everything, all the data in all these tabs. So yeah, that's an overview of how the reports work. I'll share more about the other tabs and what you can do with them. And I hope you use it and that you like it. And thank you for watching.